Hey kids! Have you heard that the Dogman movie is out? It's about a cool character who has the body of a human, but a dog's head. Sounds wild, right? Let me tell you how Dogman comes to life in the comic. A police officer gets hurt, and the doctors put his head together with the head of a dog to save him. Now, he can do everything a human can do, but with awesome dog powers like super sense of smell. Now, imagine we could actually mix humans and dogs in real life. That sounds kind of crazy, right? But you know what? It's what scientists talk about when they explore making creatures that mix humans and animals. Hold on, let's see what kind of wacky science this might be. 1. The story of chimeras. Mixing animal and human traits, kind of like Dogman, is something that happens in real science. It's called a chimera. A chimera is an animal that has features from two different kinds of creatures. For example, a scientist might put some human cells into an animal, like a mouse, and the mouse will have a human ear on it. There was also a scientist who made a mouse with a tiny bit of human brain cells. The mouse didn't grow a human head or anything, but it got smarter because of the human cells. Crazy, right? 2. Brain and machines. Together, you know how Dogman is super smart, right? Well, imagine if he could connect his brain to a computer and use it to solve problems even faster. There are real scientists who work on something called brain-machine interfaces. This means connecting a brain to a computer to control things, like linking your Nintendo Switch to your big TV screen, but just by thinking about it. A few years ago, there was a test where people could control a robot's arm just by thinking. If Dogman had this power, maybe he could control a robot dog to help him catch the bad guys while he plays with Cat Kid. So cool. 3. DNA and genes. All living creatures are made of DNA. Think of DNA like the instruction book for building a LEGO figure. Each Lego figure has its own special instructions on how to be built, right? Well, DNA is like the instruction book for living things, telling our bodies how to grow, what to look like, and what we can do. Now, let's say you have a Lego dog and a Lego person. The instructions for building the person and the dog are very different, just like how our DNA is different from a dog's. But what if you could take a piece from the dog's instructions, like the tail, and add it to the person's instructions? You'd still have a person, but with a dog tail. That's kind of what genetic engineering is. Sometimes people are born with DNA that has mistakes, making them sick. Scientists can fix these mistakes by swapping the wrong DNA for the right one, just like replacing a broken Lego piece with the right one. For example, people with cystic fibrosis have trouble breathing because their DNA isn't working right. Scientists are trying to fix their DNA to help them breathe easier. There's also something called gene therapy, where scientists put the right DNA directly into a person's body to fix the problem. It's like adding a Lego piece from another set to replace the one you lost. 4. Evolution. Can Dogman happen naturally? Well, maybe. It is called an evolution. It is the way animals change over time. Think of how long it took for dogs to become the way they are today. They started as wild wolves and slowly changed, become the puppies we love today. But it's really slow. Like, it can take millions of years. Now, imagine trying to mix a human and a dog. That might take forever. Let's do a recap. 1. Chimera. Chimera. A chimera mixes two different animals or an animal with human cells, like a real-life science version of Dogman. 2. Brain-machine interfaces. These are special technologies that let brains connect to computers or robots, so people, or maybe even Dogman, can control things just by thinking. 3. Evolution. Evolution. Evolution is how animals change over a very long time to survive better in their world, like how wolves slowly become dogs. 4. Genetic engineering, changing DNA to give living things new features, like helping sick people. And that's it. Now you know the science behind Dogman. It is pretty wild and funny, but it's also kind of serious when we think about how far we should go in mixing humans and animals. Would it be awesome to have a Dogman superhero around? Sure, But it's important to ask questions about what's good for everyone involved. It's like asking if Dogman enjoys being police or just being a dog and playing fetch. Maybe, for now, we can just enjoy reading his comics and watching the movie without worrying about mixing dog and human brains in real life. Did you like the story? There are so many more cool ideas in the world. Some sound a little hard to understand, but don't worry. I'll tell them like a fun story, just like this one. Hit that like and subscribe button so we can see you next time. Bye!
Kiddos, all day, all day. Kiddos, fun's on the way. Kiddos, hip, hip, hooray. Kiddos.